welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Emma, and today I'm going to be turning this into a prop box. But first, we need to cut some things to put in the box, so let's get snipping. This is my Monster Dubia. Got super leggy because it refused to go up the plank, so I think let's chop it there. My Milano Chrysum also got super leggy, so I think I'm going to cut just here again and then put all of that in the box. My mic ends has gone a bit scraggly, so might just chop off some ends. This Paulownia pulchra has grown like crazy, so I might chop a little bit off, take some cuttings for later. I've also got this mini prop box that I might consolidate into the big prop box. So I've just set up my little table here and actually put on a light because it was actually getting dark. So the light was needed. Thank you, winter. But I'm basically gonna mix up some perlite and moss and put it in here. I'm using sphagnum moss from Soil Ninja. I really like this stuff. It's actually live moss, which is awesome, and it's sustainably sourced, which makes it even better. So it's honestly my favorite moss. I've tried dried moss before and I just didn't quite like it as much. So I'm really excited to put some of this in there. I find that this stuff stays decently wet, which is nice. It doesn't dry out too quickly, and especially in an enclosed space like this prop box, I think it'll be perfect for it. Now I'm just gonna add some perlite in here. I'm using some stuff I got from Amazon ages ago in like a massive bag, so it's not branded or anything. So basically what I'm doing here is mixing my two favorite forms of propagation. I found propagating in perlite works really well for some plants, but not other plants. And moss works for most things, so it's a good kind of mix. The perlite will hold on to the moisture really well and like slowly release it to the moss, which slowly releases it to the roots. So I think it's a pretty good combination. Cool, so my mixture is mixed. Let's prop some stuff. I might do a bunch of cutting first just to make my life easier. So this propagation series on my channel, it used to be called What's Proppin', like What's Poppin', which is a slang term that I regularly use, but maybe I shouldn't necessarily. I got a comment on my last What's Proppin' video saying that it was actually like culturally insensitive for me to use that word as like I'd be culturally appropriating. I think it's Black culture because it's sort of African American vernacular, which like I totally get. Like white people didn't make up that phrase, but like I don't know, I feel a bit weird about it, and that's why I didn't immediately call this video What's Proppin', just because it felt wrong to say because I was kind of told off for it before, which I mean I understand why I was told off for it, because if it is cultural appropriation, which it very well might be, then I shouldn't be using that phrase. But I'm not sure. What do you all think? I would love to hear from someone in like the BAME community. Let me know if it really is something I shouldn't be saying, because if it is, then I will stop saying it and I'll stop titling my videos that. But this is where I need your help, in general, everyone here. I want a new title for this series. So I know Wildfern uses the phrase prop circle, which is cute, like crop circle, and I think that's really adorable, but I need like a new propagation pun. I've tried to think of loads, but it's really difficult. I don't know where to find good puns, and What's Proppin' just kind of like flowed really well, so I need to figure something else out, I guess. So if you've got any good propagation puns, holler at your girl, because I could use them. in my title. The person who has the best one, you're naming my next series, or my current series. So that would be very useful if that's something that you come up with. I would appreciate it massively. So I'm just like, I mean, obviously they're not butterflies because they're not string of hearts, but I'm taking like each single node of the dubia and of pretty much all the plants and cutting them into smaller pieces because they don't need to be quite as long. This plant has gotten super leggy since I've had it. Not ideal. Oh my god, I haven't cut my white princess. That's what I was gonna cut. Okay, I'll go cut some. Let me go cut that now. So this is my philodendron white princess. It's gotten super tall, super leggy. It needs a good chop. So I think I might chop down to this leaf because I like the variegation on it. Also ignore these, this is preventative. But yeah, what should I say? Should I chop here? She's been beheaded. The princess has been beheaded. There we go. So again, I'm just gonna cut these into like single leaf sections. I found that these prop fairly well. A lot of them have growth points in there that just like peek out quite regularly. Like this one has a growth point in there already that will just go, I'm sure. So that's really good. They just prop quite quickly, which is nice. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room in my box. Maybe I shouldn't put these in. So basically, I'm doing loads of propagations because I wanted to do a lot of trades in the coming year. That's kind of my goal, just to trade loads and loads and loads and loads. And I've planned some already with some things that I already had and that I already had propping, or plants that I didn't necessarily want anymore. So like propagation is really good. Also there's some plant swaps that I want to be going to in the coming months, and so it's just what needs to happen. I need to like make more things that can be propped. Do you want a top angle again so you can see what I'm doing? I think that would be good. There we go. Now you can see what's going on in my little prop box. Looks good, doesn't it? First things first, I think I'm just gonna put all of my white princesses, and I'm just gonna like try and bury the node into the moss. This box is gonna get so full so fast. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all of them. Let's do some little polonias in the corner. So with the polonias, I just removed the bottom leaf of the cutting on all of them, just to give them a little bit more of a chance of rooting. My polonia has just been living in moss this entire time, so I think it's gonna be totally fine with this as a whole thing. And then with the dubias, I might just kind of lay them, not bury them loads. I don't know if that'll work very well. I have so many. God. So I'm basically trying to make sure that the node has contact with the moss, because that's the bit that's going to grow roots, so it needs to stay moist. Like a little dubia farm over here. Okie doke. Then some micans going in. I'm just gonna bury the entire like node section of them into the moss and perlite. They go. And then lastly, just the melanochrysums in the middle. So this is the top cutting, and again, just gonna bury the nodes. I'm just gonna kind of bury the wet sticks as well. There we go. Look at that beautiful box. So we've got dubias in the corner, melanochrysums in the middle, micans on the side, my little polonias there, and some white princess at the top. I do still have a couple more white princess cuttings, didn't use those, and I didn't find space for this stuff, so it's gonna stay out. Now we snap on the lid, and we're good to go. And this should stay fairly moist because it is an enclosed environment. When it does need more water, I'll probably spray the moss to keep it hydrated, but I'm gonna try my best to not let it dry out like at all, because that isn't good for propagations, so makes sense. Then I'm just gonna put this on my plant shelves underneath the grow light, like right underneath the grow light. So it's getting a nice light and probably heat from that as well. So it will stay quite warm and humid in this box. So that's really good. That's like proper climate for propagation. Like nice warm humidity is what a lot of these plants want when they are being propagated. So I will give it to them if I possibly can. But yeah. So that is me making a prop box. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Leave a comment on other houseplant things you'd like me to talk about in the future. Whether you want to see more of my propagation series, what my propagation series should be called, all of your propagation puns, give them to me. Give them to me. I want them all. And subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! The camera's too far for me to cover it, so we're just gonna say goodbye like this. Bye!